The Epstein thing is my favorite thing, though, because that's been satisfying. Because he comes in, him and the FBI guy, everybody that runs Singapore are just so incompetent and so subservient to him. It really everything he complained about Biden. Him and Hunter Biden, he's done 1,000 times worse. And at first they're like, well, you understand, he wants to get even. But no, this is so. I think that at some point, hopefully, there will be one too many.
I'm not holding my breath after 10 years of this crap, but I agree with you. I hope.
He can't stop himself. But the FCC, let me say, he's coming in, get to the bottom of it. The Democrats, the lizard people, because all those QAnon people supported him. He played to them. Then they get in there, and I think they actually took a look at it. And he's everywhere, of course. How could he not be everywhere? They were best friends for 10 years. And then they're like, okay, Pam Bondi handled it so perfectly. It's like, we researched everything. There's nothing there. And his people were like, oh, hell no. We want it. And the more that comes out, the more he says it's a hoax or whatever, and they're still protecting him. They're still, redacting. And they actually made a statement. There might be things in here that make Donald Trump look guilty, but he's not guilty. Who says that? They released all the Bill Clinton stuff, but I think there's more to come. And, that's on him. That's why he's so angry, because he thought, my people, I'll just tell them to get over it. There's nothing there. And, but there's more to come. There's more to come with some of his cronies. They're involved, the billionaires that he loves so much, and, the financial stuff. And, a guy named Ted Wade, who created a Gateway computer. I went to college with him. And Ted ended up, he's an Iowa guy. So he ends up meeting Ghislaine Maxwell. And they end up engaged. This is during this, I forget what years, during the middle of this stuff. And, he's in love with her. Ted had a ponytail. He's a very dirty Iowa guy. And he meets this woman with an accent who's, educated and everything. And so they would spend a lot of time hiding out from FC. She's done with him. Is this, that? And he knows the financial stuff, because at one point he called me and said, come be with me, because he knew I was doing the Trump stuff. He goes, here's the deal. It's the financial stuff. Because Trump's relationship with Epstein was, they only broke up. Trump says, I dumped him because Epstein would not loan him more money.
Right.
After the housing bubble or whatever, 2008, he was not a good risk, and that's when, Trump's like, okay, I hate you.
Yeah.
But the other stuff, just being around him all the time, just starting a modeling agency with him, with young teenage girls. And Trump just loves that. You can see it. He says it.
What did he say about his own daughter? He date her.
Yeah.
She's so good looking. If she wasn't my daughter, I'd date her.
But he lied. He says he's never been on the plane. He's been on the plane 8 times. He never, never been in his house. He's in his house a lot. Trump is a predator and a pervert. I don't know that if he did something with little girls, but he is a predator for sure. And that's something to consider next time we vote for someone. And what Trump does is RFK Jr. is a total fucking predator, addict, a fucking narcissist, and he's like, I'm going to put him in charge of something that could kill a lot of children and will kill a lot of children. And, you get Elon Musk, a guy with no moral, no empathy, very smart, but no empathy. He's going to cut U.S.
A lot of ketamine.
Yeah, we're going to kill people right away. We're going to cut their aid. We're going to cut their AIDS medicine. We're literally going to kill people in Africa, thousands and thousands of people, and with no reason except we're slashing stuff. We don't care. We're just going to go in there. And so, but they represent Trump. That is his administration. People that are cruel and cruel to fucking immigrants and cruel to, and he keeps doing it. So the public does not like it, but he doesn't care.